Welcome back to Slacker Gaming and welcome back to the channel where you'll find MLB videos on tutorials, helpful guides, tips, tricks, all that stuff, and a little bit of franchise rebuild. And that's exactly what we're doing in today's episode. It is another Dynasty Kansas City Royals rebuild episode. And what we're wanting to do today is get through, see if some exciting things happen, then some exciting things happen. But ultimately, what we're wanting to do is get to draft day and the trade deadline and try to make some moves, whether that be towards the playoffs or whether that be towards rebuilding for next year's squad. We want to get to that point today. So if you guys like to watch that, stick around. Right, let's see what we got here. If anybody is coming after any of our guys, I'm sure we're going to start getting some trade stuff coming soon. So keep that in our minds. Defeat 2-1. Good job. Nick Lofton's no longer injured. That's fine. Kyle Wright pitching his booty off. Two wins in a row. Daniel Lynch 3 wins in a row. Yes, let's go. It's changing. I told you. June is going to be different. 4 wins in a row and then a loss. You know what? We can't win them all, right? Cannot win them all. Gavin Cross is able to be injured for a day or two. We'll keep him on the list till he's like done. Tigers have ended up offering us a trade. Kerry Carpenter from Michael Wacha. Interesting. Very interesting. 223. 7 home runs. It looks like it's weird. It looks like he's going down on some stuff, going up on some stuff. He's hitting 220. I mean, this might be 367 from Wacha. Right field, we got Vasquez. Renfroe's injured. What I'm thinking about doing is, depending on how things go, Duvall and Renfroe, when he's not injured, might be on the move. So I could use a right fielder. Center field, I don't want to like give up too much. But again, he's not a guy that makes sense for him. I mean, they don't really need him when they have. I'd rather have a Kill Badu, honestly. Well, no. He's better. I guess. Let's do it. Why not? The bad thing is the pitching's the only thing that's been good for me this year. Is the pitching. But it's also looking at 16 million and thinking this guy's going to be under renewal and arbitration. Let's do it. I'm okay with that. I think that's a fair trade. I think that is a fair trade. So I guess we got to promote somebody, huh? Guess somebody's got to come up the old roster. Could go Chris Bubich. I know he's struggling in AAA, but maybe he just needs a change of scenery. I don't think Lacey's ready. He just got to AAA. I mean, he's killing it, don't get me wrong, but a small sample size. He just got there. I'm not going to throw him up into the majors right away. So I guess Chris Bubich goes, right? I mean, and even if starter-wise he doesn't pan out necessarily, like he'd still be a reliever for us. And then we got that new right fielder. So we're going to have to move someone. He's our starter. Velasquez stays. Renfroe's injured, so he doesn't count against it. If anything, it's a center fielder. Waters just ain't doing it for us. Isbell is better, but not great. I mean, Waters at least hits home runs and gets RBIs, but his average is atrocious. Maybe we send Waters down. Let's do that. I'm not. What was he hitting? 196? I know he had a great first game. He had 2 home runs for us, but after that, I mean, he's been really bad. So do that. We'll switch the lineups and we'll keep going. I want to talk about it. Hunter Renfroe comes back. I was going to player lock him, but he only hits against lefties. But this was a righty matchup, so I was going to skip, and the next game is going to be a lefty. And you know what he does? He tears his groin. Sometimes you just can't win. I was going to player lock him against Braxton Garrett because he's a lefty, and he literally just got off the injury report. Literally got off the injury report, played 1 game, and injured himself again. And I just went through everything of sending guys up and sending guys down and removing people from the 40-man. And because I wanted him to come back, have a couple, he was doing good. I wanted him to come back, continue to do good. And then I was hoping he was going to be able to play good enough to kind of get us a good return and trade. But he goes ahead and tears his groin. So that's great. So let's go ahead and just keep going through then, since we kind of screwed that up. So actually not a bad June, to be honest with you. I feel like we had a couple of bright spots here. We had 4 wins in a row. We kind of went off and on. Then we went another 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row again. And then another 3 in a row here. So actually not too bad of a June. And it actually puts us in the middle of the race here. Only 9 games behind. I know it seems like a lot. But, I mean, we were, 17 games behind at some point? So to be able to get back to 9, that's kind of impressive for a team that's not very good. But really, it's our pitching. Our pitching is what's doing it for us. Just kind of looking at our starting, 420 for Reagans, 341 for Singer. He's having a career year. 532 for Kyle Wright. Daniel Lynch, 387. Bubich, 270. Like, I mean, the pitching is where it's at. 248, 153. 198 from Hernandez. Closer, James MacArthur, 581, which is high. 15 saves, 4 blown. I mean, well, okay, it's not these two doing it, but the pitching is what's helping us. I mean, for Means hitting 314, that's massive. 202 from Salvi. I mean, he's just a home run hitter at this point, home run RBI guy. Pasquantino, 266, not great. 257 from Massey, not great. 220 from Michael Garcia, not great. 267, not great. For Witt. Hampson, 259, not great. 237 from Melendez. 291, Duvall's hitting well. 219 from Carpenter, which I believe he's hitting, 223 when we traded for him. So still, 219's not good. 353, but he came back for 1 game and then got injured again, and then 255 for Velasquez. So it's not our hitters getting us wins, it's our pitching. So luckily our pitching's doing pretty well. I mean, you look at some of these games and 6-0, 2-0, 9-0, 5-3, 4-3, 0-3, 0-1, 2-3. So we're only giving up a couple runs, it seems like, 4 below. I mean, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 4, 1. So our pitching's really been doing their job. It's just whether or not our bats can get hot. I honestly don't think we're going to be pushing. I don't think we have enough to just push for the playoffs, because I don't think we'd ever beat out the Twins. So we're going to be dealing at the deadline, and the draft and all that stuff will come up here in just a second. But yeah, we're getting ready to hone in on the draft and getting ready to hone in on the trade deadline. Offer from the Dodgers. Let's see what they have in store for us. Gavin Stone, huh? Gavin Stone. He's on the injury list. 69 overall right now. Be potential 25. I mean, his stuff's not that great. He's got a broken hand. He's out for a couple months. Like, this doesn't sound like a good trade at all. I know Isbell's struggling, but that's not worth. Definitely not worth. So no go on that one. Astros send us an offer. Hopefully this one's a little bit better. Debatable for Kyle Wright. I'm going to say no. I mean, I know Kyle Wright's struggled, but I feel like has much better potential than Urquidy. They're the same age. He's already 2 overall more. He's cheaper salary. They both got 1-for-1 contracts. Yeah, just no. Nope. Not a good choice right there. All right, the draft is among us now. We gotta look at what we got here. So these are pretty close to what I would want. I felt like we did a really good job of finding the outliers quickly, especially the center field and third base. Those are oftentimes very hard. And then after we kind of found them, then we went straight pitching. And honestly, it worked out great. Because I have pretty much all the starting pitching I want. And they're pretty deep too. So that being said, Orlando Hernandez, I feel like I'm assuming he drops to us. I almost wonder if we could get him in the second round, but I also worry because I just think he is that good. I think he's, a top end prospect, and I don't expect him to be around long. So I look at, yes, he's 22, but his overall is 70 to 77. So he's already going to be pretty much MLB ready, or at least getting close to MLB ready. Then you look at his potential, 88 to 95. So it's telling me right there that it's most likely an A. I'm going to guess 92, 93, maybe 91, 91, 92 is what I'd guess for his potential. So he's definitely going to probably be the first one we go after. Another guy that I'm excited for is Sato. I think he's a 90 potential. And again, 72 to 77 overall. Look at those stats. I mean, you got the contact right at above average, the contact left a well above average. Powers, I'm not really worried about, honestly, but they're there. The discipline's really, really good. The vision's really good. Now, he's not a great fielder. He's just average on the fielding, but he's definitely a guy we can kind of work on that with. Either get better over time, or if he's just kind of a hitter guy for us. I don't know. I don't want to spend a 2 pick on it, and it says not ranked, but the fact that I know his potential has to be high, he's going to be hard not to pick early. After that, I don't really go after relief pitchers or starting pitchers, relief pitchers or closing pitchers. Don't really go after them very much. This guy, his potential is just way too wide. I'm guessing his potential is a B or an A. I'm assuming a B, and I like him, but I also don't know if he's ever going to get to. I mean, look at his draft rank. He's 8. He's probably never going to get to us. He might even get drafted before we ever even draft our first pick. So probably not going to go there. This guy, same thing. Like, I think he's going to be like an 87 potential or something. If just looking at that, now I haven't fully scouted him, mostly because he's the number 1 drafted player. He's going to be gone before I ever get him. Sammy Ibanez, kind of the same thing. I do like that he's 19, but I just don't see him getting to us. Jack Musil could be a left fielder we go with if we can't get our first guy, but I like his stats. He's just not. The reaction worries me. Now he's left fielder, so the fielding and reaction are eh. So we'll add him to the draft board as well. DaCosta, this guy is going to be 87, 88, I think, for starting pitcher. Not ranked drafts style, so he's definitely a guy we're going to look at trying to get later on in the draft if somehow everyone misses him. Luis Cabrera, don't know a lot about him. He's got good stuff. I don't think he'll ever get to us though. Like we're talking 3rd round picks right here, at least. So a lot of these guys, honestly, we can skip over. Like this, Abe Richmond, he's going to be really good. His potential is almost basically an A already, so he's going to be an A guy. His overall, he's going to be like a 68. So he's going to be really, really good. He's going to be able to pitch in a year or two. He's not going to be available for probably even my second pick. If he's available for my second pick, I might pick him. Andre Reyes, we just don't know really enough about him. Blanco, Crosby, Valdez, I'm sure he's like an 84, 85. Like his pitching break, walks per 9 is good, hits per 9 is good. He also has a lot of above average pitches there. So definitely a guy we're adding. Villarreal, another 80-something. High school. Walks, good. Hits, good. Stamina, good. Don't like the 3 pitch. So we'll kind of move on from him. Chavez, he's going to be a low 80. Probably not going to go after him. As a 21-year-old, probably not going to go after him. Shortstops, I found pretty much no good shortstops in the draft. Barrera, Donnie Turner. See, like this guy, I'm sure this guy is actually really, really good. I'm gonna say he's a B something, but it's just I don't need a catcher right now. Not on the top of my list. Sinker, cutter, might be someone we look at late. Calhoun, I really like Tom Calhoun. I think he's gonna be really good. Honestly, I think he's gonna be like an 85, 86, but as an 18-year-old, curveball, changeup, splitter, two seam. I like those. Pitching velocity, pitching break are high. And then he's got the future pitches are pretty high as well. So let's throw him on. Hopefully he's there in the late rounds. Cause yeah, we gotta look at late round picks too. We can't just like look at our first couple of picks and call it good. 95. Yeah. So see, he's gonna be around a 90 potential. So and probably like a 58 overall, maybe I would say. Definitely add him there as well. Javier Meza. I think he's going to be really good. I think he's going to be a really low overall. He's going to be probably like he'll probably be like a 42 overall or something. No, he'll be like a 50, 48, 50. Let's take a chance on it. Why not? If he's down there, we'll take a chance on it. This guy, mid 80s. I guess he's a shortstop. Not too bad. I don't think he'll be there though. Yeah, a lot of these guys probably won't be there. Tapena. Same thing. I really like what he has to offer. Let's put him on there. Forrest Watson, Frank Reyes. All right, here we go. This is it. It's draft time, yo. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Don't take our guy. Don't take our guy. Okay, we're number 6th pick. I think we're gonna be okay with getting Orlando Hernandez, because he's not ranked unless somebody else found him too. We'll see. We'll see. I'm happy with this. Yeah, I'm happy with this. We'll see. We'll see how the cookie crumbles. We do have, yeah. So we have, I think they count it 2 first-round picks. So we have 6 and 38, and then we have 40. So we'll have 3 picks in the top 40, and then 79 in round 3. So we got the first 3 picks are going to be important for us. If we're gonna rebuild this right, the first 3 picks are gonna be really important for us. So when we do this, I'm gonna disappear here. All right, here it goes. The draft begins. No Orlando Hernandez. No Orlando Hernandez. Frank Olivo. Okay. All right. He was on our board. We looked at him. That's fine. It's fine. We'll take that. Take that. Number 2 is Mustafa Shell. Okay. Two starting pitchers to start the draft out. Number 3, Todd Doherty. Okay. Yeah, he was the number 1 guy coming into it. Well, who was supposed to be the number 1 guy coming into it. All right. So yeah, round 1. See who the A's pick. Daryl Marks. Okay. Okay, don't mind that. B guy. Ibanez. Okay. Ibanez was a guy we were looking at, but I think our number 1 guy is here still. Now, I thought he would be here because he came in not ranked, but I scouted him. Okay. And this guy's good. He's 100% scouted. He's got the contact. He's got a little power, which I'm not really worried about that in center field. The speed is future could be well above average, which is good. Stealing, I mean, he's not going to come in as a 99. He's probably looking at 79, 84, something like that. The vision discipline can be well above average, which is good. The fielding, arm accuracy, all above average. All that good stuff. The only thing that does worry me is the reaction, but I think that's something maybe we can work on with him. He's 22 years of age. The big thing about him was his 88 potential to 95. So that already tells me that most likely he's going to be like a 92, 93, or 91, 92, 93 potential. So he's already an 8 potential, which we want to hit. Number 6th pick in the draft, you want to hit. You want to make sure that you grab someone that can help benefit you in the future. You don't want to grab someone that's like, oh, they're really good now, but they're only going to be good for a couple of years. This guy, hopefully, based on that potential, will be good for 7 years, 8 years, that type of thing. So Pitcher's potential is probably an A. The overall is already above a 70. So he's either 70 or 77, like above. So, this guy is a guy that's going to play for us probably next year, I would say. Not this coming year, but the year after. Or he might play next year, depending on how the center field shakes out and everything. He could play this year or next year to start the season. So he's a guy that I think is going to be really beneficial to us. We are looking for that center fielder or at least another outfield role. So he fits us perfectly. Even though he came in not ranked, those stats you can't just shy away from. And again, this draft isn't a draft that has a ton of super high potential guys that are very, very young. I've noticed this draft is a lot of older guys that have a really high B, low A potential. So I want to take advantage of that. I don't think there's going to be many people in this draft that are A potential without like closers and relief pitchers. So I want to take full advantage of it and get one of the best ones in the draft, even though, again, he came in not ranked. I don't know how much he's going to ask for bonus demand. Not sure how that's going to work. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But Orlando Hernandez, you are our center fielder of the future. Welcome to the Royals. Got a pretty sick glove too, huh? Give it to him. All right. On to the next one. We'll go through here and hope that our next guy or two doesn't get taken. And then once we're kind of through that, checking it out, there goes one. Once we get through this, we'll speed it up. Once we get past the 3rd round, we'll speed it up. So Jack Musial was a guy that I was looking at as well. Really like the arm strength, the arm accuracy, the vision discipline's great, the speed's great. He would be a great center fielder. The thing about him was that his fielding's not great. His arm strength is. But the only thing I didn't like about him is his potential is probably an 84, 85, and his overall is going to be like 68, 70 maybe. Okay, I told you Gabe Richmond would go. Valenzuela was on our board too. Bill Grady. Now these guys I knew would be kind of being picked up here. So it's kind of like once we picked Orlando Hernandez, we kind of released all these guys. So none of these guys really surprised me. What would surprise me if someone like Sato's really good, but does it have his rank in here? I think Sato was not ranked either. Yeah, not ranked, draft rank. Nick Costa, not ranked. The not ranked guys, if they get picked, then I'll kind of be worried. Dorda, 89 overall, or 89 draft pick, so he's someone that we'd expect to kind of go. Not ranked, 93. So yeah, a lot of these guys are either not ranked or very late in the draft. So the rest of these guys, I'd be really surprised if any of these guys get picked. Of course, I had all these guys on my list. I looked at all these guys, but I just knew that I wasn't going to get them. Once I got Orlando Hernandez, the rest of these guys, I just knew I wasn't going to get. They're just too highly rated. All right, we're getting ready for our next pick. So far, so good. I'm not going to say who we're going to take next, mostly because I feel like if I do, they're going to get taken. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Okay, so our next one is either... I wanted starting pitching with him being not ranked. Neither of them being not ranked. I think I got to go Sato. Again, potential 88 to 93, so we're looking at 90 as his potential, so he's already an A. Same thing with overall, 72 to 77, so we're looking in the 74 range. Looking at he's a hitter. He is a hitter. He's going to hit well for us, so we can't pass him up. Just can't pass him up. And I'm worried that if I do, he could get picked. Whereas I think probably he might even be the best third baseman in this draft. Whereas we have a lot more starting pitcher to choose from. Yeah, we're the next pick in 2 picks, or no? Yeah. So the Athletics pick after us. So I mean, they could take one of the pitchers. That's fine. But what if they take our third baseman and we can't get him on the other way around? So there's other starting pitchers we could take. So Sato, you are going to be our next pick. Koji Sato, welcome to the Royals. All right. Okay, and then we are the next pick after this too. So definitely taking a starting pitcher. I like DaCosta a little bit more than Valdez, and we're going to get either of them. So potential, he's going to be around an 86, 87 for DaCosta. Stamina is whatever. Home runs, well above average, which is good. Pitching control, 82 is above average. 75 walks per 9. I'm not really worried about the strikeouts, to be honest with you, because he's not really a power pitcher. Taking a look at this, 90 to 95, that's just not power. He's more of a finesse guy, more of a accurate guy with the slider, 74 future, 75 curveball future. We'll see if he can learn a few more pitches or not. Don't matter to me. Not worried about anything of the stuff on the right side. So definitely wanting him. Valdez, the walks per 9 is really high. I like this guy's stats better, and I actually like his stuff better. Let me think about this for a second then. I think we actually go Valdez. I talked myself out of it. I guess I wasn't paying attention. So he's 19. He's 18. I was kind of stuck on the 18 years of age. I think we go this guy for so many reasons. Actually, I don't know why I wasn't thinking of this. So injury risk is low. He's above average in everything except strikeouts. And look at that pitching. I mean, yeah, we're definitely going Valdez. Valdez has to get picked up here. Now, going over his stuff again, he's probably going to be an 83 maybe. 83, 84. Potential 66 maybe on the overall. But yeah, I think we got to go Valdez here. He's just better all around. And he's got 2 more pitches in his repertoire to start off. So we're going with Valdez. Valdez is drafting. Roberto Valdez, welcome to the Royals. All right. Now we're going to sim. I'm not going to make you guys sit around and wait for the 3rd round. It's not that long, but we're going to go ahead and sim to the next pick and see what our choices are then. Okay, so Frank Reyes got taken right before us. Now I guess the question is, we looked at DaCosta. We really like what he has to offer. Dorta, I don't know why I was so stuck on DaCosta. I feel like Dorta is even better than Costa. Stamina's up there. The hits per 9's up there. The walks per 9 is well above average. Everything else is above average, even though the pitch velocity is not. And then looking at his pitch repertoire, yeah, we got to go Dorta. Dorta, Freddie Dorta, welcome to the Royals. I'm a little worried, though. I'm a little worried I screwed something up there. I wasn't paying attention that we only had a minute left, so I was like looking through the 2 players, and I was like, oh gosh, maybe I missed with him. Maybe these aren't as high as I thought they were. I didn't realize he was 40%. That's my bad. But on to the next one. We got, what, round 4, 109? Okay, DaCosta's still there. Let's go. So 4th, 5th, 6th. We gotta go. I think we gotta go DaCosta here. We go to DaCosta here because we know his potential's much higher than these guys. And this guy, I'm worried about him being really low. I like what he's got, but yeah, we got to get DaCosta here and then hope that the other guys are still available when we come around. Nick DaCosta, welcome to the Royals. It's wild that we were going to take him with like the 3rd round pick and we ended up getting him in the 4th round. No, we were going to take him with a 2nd round pick, and we ended up getting him in the 4th round. That's wild. On to the next. Okay. He's gone. So Meza, welcome to the Royals. Next pick. Prospects. Flores is the only guy I got left. I mean, maybe. Johnny Flores, welcome to the Royals. I think that's it. There it is. You will have until August 1st to sign the draft picks. When does it tell us what they are? I guess later, huh? Exit draft. Hey, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. We got the trade deadline coming up in 8 days. I think we're going to have to trade some people. We're going to wait till after the All-Star game, though, to do so. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. Really, really happy with the picks there. All right, we got someone in it. Let's go take a look and see who is in it for us. I'm guessing Furman is, because he was killing it. Fredward Furman. I'm just assuming. He's about the only... we might have a pitcher in it, too, because I feel like our pitchers have been pretty good. Okay, so no pitcher. Yeah, Freddie Furman's in there. The Furminator. He's dropped below 300 average. Not bad, though. Not bad. It's wild that, like, Devers is 242. Ouch. I mean, I would take him. If you want to trade him, I'll take him. So, Freddie Furman, his first All-Star appearance. Congratulations. ALB to NL. Imagine that. I feel like that's just very common. Okay. Time to sign the draft picks. Now, do we know what the draft picks are? Still don't know. So we're going basically off of where we drafted them and all that stuff. So, okay. Orlando Hernandez, our number one guy, our guy, man. So a bonus demand is 3.3. He wanted 3.3. Slot value has a 6. I think maybe we can go like 5.5 and get him. I don't want. Should we go 4 or 5? Let's do 5 and see what he takes. See if he takes 5. Yeah. All right. Welcome, Orlando Hernandez. Welcome to the Royals. Welcome to that amazing contract for both of us. Okay, Sato. What are you wanting? 1.7. 2.2. Can we get away with 197? Yes, we can. Koji Sato, welcome to the Royals. Let's go. We're burning through him. All right. DeCosta's got some time. Okay, so Valdez, guy that we're really, really high on. Where are you looking? 1.1. Slot is 2.4 or 2.1. Let's go 1.6, right? 1.6 good? Yeah, let's go. Robert Valdez, welcome to the squad. My guy. All right, Johnny Flores. Drafted you last. How much you won? 290? What it has at? Okay, 290 it is. Let's go. I'll take that. Then Dorta and Meza. Yeah, we'll have to wait until next week to get these guys moved. Advanced. Boom. How many days we got? 4 days. Trade deadline. The Braves offer us a trade. Yanoa. For Kyle Wright. 524. I mean, But Kyle Wright's one of those guys that's like 286 though from Yanoa. See potential, 25 years of age. I need to make something happen. I just don't think this is it. This isn't an upgrade for the future. There's some guys we can get some pretty good value from teams that need certain things to get to the playoffs. We're not pushing for the playoffs this year. There's no way. So we need to take full advantage of our ability to go out and make some things happen here. All right. Javier Meza, 304, wants 459, 344. Good? No. Okay. Chill, Javier. Just chill, my guy. All right. Don't be so, you know what I'm saying? But just chill. Okay. All right. On to the next. Okay. So trade talks. We've had a couple of guys on the block. Okay. Trades, trading block. We've had Kyle Wright. Maybe we should update this. I'm not sure who though. Duvall. How's he doing? 286, 24 dingers. I mean, Duvall, do you want to go somewhere else that you could possibly win? I mean, that sounds fun, right? Renfro, I would. I wonder if anybody else still want him, even though he's out. You're pitching good, right? Yeah, I thought so. Hampson. Yeah, I can have him. Do we put... No. Do we put Isbell in there? Asa Lacy, not a chance. Jordan Lyles, maybe. If anybody wants him. He's injured. Brents, anybody want him? Take him. Yep, I think that's about it. We'll see. Starting pitching, second, third, left, right. Just so you guys know that you're going to be skipping through probably 20 minutes of looking at trade offers in the episode. So I want to make that easy. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take Kyle right here. I don't know. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to prospects, and it's going to load other teams that have prospects that want to trade for Kyle Wright. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all these and be like, oh, these are, I want all these people or whatever. And then I'll come back and show you guys the trade once it's like done and ironed out. Okay. All right. We finally got a pretty good trade that I'm excited about, and I feel like is pretty fair. So basically, we are getting Zach Veen. Now, you might be saying, yeah, he's a top prospect. I understand that, okay? But they have Nolan Jones in right field. They have Jordan Beck, who's a bigger prospect than Zach Veen. They have Charlie Blackmon. They have Chris Bryant. Their right field is loaded. They don't need any right fielders. What they do need, as you can see, is starting pitching and relief pitching. And that's what we're giving them. We are giving them a starting pitcher, Kyle Wright, 77 overall. Go over here to this. Boom. Their best, it's tied with their best, Cal Control. Tied with their best overall pitcher. So I'm giving them an ace. I'm giving them a number one pitcher. I'm also giving them 69 Cox. So he's also going to be probably in their rotation. So I'm giving them two pitchers that are in their rotation for basically a right fielder that they already have, Nolan Jones, who's an all-star, and Jordan Beck, who's supposed to be kind of like, the next one. As you can see, Britton Doyle in center field, and then Fernandez in left field. So they have prospects all over the outfield. I feel like that's fair. And then I also threw in another young prospect pitcher, and Kyle Wright. Amelia is just the guy down here to make the trade happen. And yeah, I feel like this is fair. I feel like, they're getting two starting pitchers in their rotation. We're getting a prospect in right field, where I feel like we need something to happen. Kerry Carpenter, I don't think he's going to be the prospect of the future. He's not playing very great this year. He's not playing awful, but definitely not playing great. So Zach Veen, welcome to the Royals. All right, we have our next trade, and honestly, we would just be silly to pass this down. Now, I want to say all of these trades, I go through and I'm like, is this realistic? Is this something that could benefit both? I'm not just going to rip people off. So when I say that, and you see that Jeremy De La Rosa, right? A really good prospect, okay? Okay, I'm getting him at center field. Like, why? Well, look at who the Nationals have for their center fielders. They have going to be an all-star, prospect already, Dylan Cruz. They have Elijah Green, Robert Hassel, all top prospects, right? Then you look at the right field. Stone Garrett's good. Then they got James Woods. They got Vaquero, Lane Thomas. Like, they're loaded in the outfield. So for them to get someone better out of their prospects makes sense to do. And then they ended up throwing in this Yohandy Morales. Again, they have Brady House there. They don't really need another prospect down there. So to them, they're like, okay, it's time to move on. Let's get someone that can play for us right now, because the Nationals are going for the playoffs. But something they struggle at is their center fielder, Dylan Cruz. Yes, he's going to be great, but he's only a 72 right now, and he is not hitting well. 105 at bats. He's hitting 181. So they're wanting someone that can come in at center field and pick up their hitting, basically, if they want to keep going for the playoffs. And Adam Duvall can do that for them. Adam Duvall hitting 290 for us. Just, we don't need him. We don't need him because, you know, we're building for the future. The Nationals are building for the future, but they're also good enough now to win. So they're doing a little bit of both. Now, I wanted to kind of, well, you know, could I do this? Could I do that guy? Well, I could, but I start feeling like once you get to like Robert Hassel, Elijah Green, you're starting to get up more unrealistic for the return of Adam Duvall. But to give up their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th best center fielder, that seems more realistic to me. So we're going to go ahead and make this trade. This is going to help us immensely, and it's going to help them too because they need a center fielder that can hit. And right now, Dylan Cruz is not giving them that. Adam Duvall will. So boom, making that trade. And I think we want to try to make at least another trade here. I'm not sure where we're going to go with it, but once I figure out something, I'll let you guys know. All right, and I think the last trade we're going to make, unless we're offered another one, is Garrett Hampson. I feel like is we got to get some sort of value out of him. Yeah, he's been okay for us this year, 260, but he's not even in our starting lineup. Doesn't see a lot of playing time, and we're going to trade him for a second base prospect in Josh Kasevich from the Blue Jays. Taking a look at his stats. Yeah, I know his AAA sucks. But that's fine. I think he's going to turn it around and be good for us. And I wanted to get a second base prospect out of this whole thing. Right now, yeah, we have Massey, but other than that, we don't got a lot down here that's working for us, and I'd like to have another option in the future. So at 23 and a B potential Kasevich for Garrett Hampson will be our last trade to make here. The Blue Jays are happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go through some lineups, and then we'll see if we have any other trades. All right, DaCosta finally able to send him something. Looks like he's injured already. What? Average injury, doctor exam injured. Didn't even pay attention to that. Lovely. Maybe I can get him cheaper, you think? That's how that works? 307, 615, 461. Of course he declined it. Why wouldn't he? Still can't do Dorta. We need to switch this though. Switch there. So we need to get him more interest. Meza. 344. Last time, did he not accept 344? What about 506? Still decline. Okay, so not 506 apparently. All right, let's keep building. Contract extensions. There is a few guys I would like to give those types of contracts to. Cole Reagans is one of them. So I think Cole Reagans could possibly be our ace for a while. That being said, now is the perfect time to give him an offer. Okay, he wants $5 million a year. So looking at this, he's 26 years of age. He has a B potential. So kind of the same here, right? So Cole Reagans 26, Singer 27. So a year older is Singer, right? 7 overall higher is Reagans. Now watch this. We go to make him an offer. He wants $5.2 million a year. Looking for $5.2 million a year, okay? See that? A pitcher that is a year older, 7 less overall, probably the same potential or close to the same potential. He wants $9.7 million a year. See the difference there? To almost double what he wants, what Cole Reagans wants. So Cole Reagans, we're going to give you a pretty juicy contract. Okay, so 6 years, he kind of drops off a little bit. It's 5.2. I think we should give him a player option. I want him to be our ace. I want it to be front loaded so that we get through the money in these early years, and we can pay people later on when Reagans is 31. So let's drop this down. I would offer him 20 mil for 5 years. That's $4 million a year. Front loaded, he's going to get his money up front. The idea salary would be to do renewable arbitration and stuff, but I think it's going to be millions in arbitration. I feel like this is better. Let's try it. Yes. So we got Reagan's for $4 million a year for the next 5 years. That's huge. We got an ace on our squad for $4 million. This is where you can make or break your team based on what you're giving people. So like Furman, he's having a great year, right? Hitting 295. He's 28 years of age. 2-year contract, 3-year contract. Go in here though, and he wants 1.4. Actually, not bad. 1.4 million a year is not bad. If we go to his contract, renewable, arbitration. So for to extend him, this year's 28, next year's 29 renewable, 30 renewable. So he's in renewable contracts till he's 30. So there's no point in giving him a multi-year contract, especially because we don't know if he was an 85 overall. Yeah, we would give him a contract, but he's a 78. He's not even close to 8. I mean, he is close to 80s. 295. If he has another year like this year, then yeah, maybe we do offer him. But right now, I don't think it would be smart to offer him a multi-year contract when we have renewable and arbitration coming up. Pasquantino, debatable. How much does he want? 3.5 million a year. So we have to look and say, okay, how much better is Pasquantino going to get? 282 this year, 11 home runs. Seems to be kind of spot on. He's a first baseman that doesn't actually hit for a ton of power. I see him not having great fielding as a first baseman. He's a hitter, right? 3 million for a hitter for the next even 3 years. 9 million over 3 years for a hitter. Well, think about it. But like Veen, say, hey, you know, I really believe you are what you say you are. Renewable arbitration. So for the next 6 years, this guy is under our control. So if we go here, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna offer him that, because if I offer him too long of a contract, it'll be all screwy. MJ Melendez, we like what he's doing. 230, 235, 217 is not good though. I think that might be our only person we extend. I would extend Hernandez. This guy is so good. Arbitration, how much is he wanting? 2 million a year. I bet he gets that in arbitration too. Okay, so he's 27. Offer him a 4-year, 1.5. Player option. Depth. Doesn't matter, really. Let's give him 6.5. I feel like he's earned that. So he's getting 1.6 million a year for the next 4 years. There we go. That's the way to do it. It's not a decision we really got to make now. We have still more time in the season and all that good stuff. So we have time. We have time. All right. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the contract extensions. Okay, Angels, give me your best shot. Second baseman, who's Poopy Doo, right? He's Poopy Doo. 295, not bad. The deep potential, I mean, could that change? Huh? For who? Tyler Duffy? You want the 3.8 million hit? Interesting. I mean, if I wouldn't have traded for Kasevich, if I wouldn't have traded for him, I might actually do this. Might actually still, no. I like what he has to offer, but the deep potential is really only 44 at bats. That could be skewed. Yeah, I think we say no. Brewers. Okay. You want an injured guy? Okay. What are you gonna give me? Ortiz? Okay. I can't do this. He's an A potential guy. He's 25 though. Does that still count? No, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna accept this, and then I'm gonna turn around and trade this guy for something better. And no, I feel like that's not fair. Nope, can't do it. I'm sorry. I want to, but I can't. All right, draft picks, bro. Are you guys gonna sign or what? We gonna just Twitter pit around here? So one's 862 slot. I have so much. Let's do 120. Overpaid for him, but that's fine. We got to get these guys on our team before they just dip. You want a mill? Here's a mill. A mill and he... DaCosta, we need to have a talk, my guy. I just gave you a mill, man. Is a mill not good enough? Mezas gets a mill? Bro, we're going to have a talk. Yankees. Will Smith for a right fielder. Okay. Okay. I'm interested. 100%. This guy's not a top prospect, is he? I don't think he is. I mean, this makes sense. It really does. I mean, it's weird. Ah, man. Apparently they could do it if they trade it. Because that guy wasn't worth more. So, I guess we try to look for somewhere for 5 mil down here. Try to still get it done. Carlos Rendon, he could eat the 27 mil. Alright, looking for 5 mil somewhere. Alright, we're able to make this trade happen. Basically, the gist of it is Will Smith for Brandon Mayea is basically the trade that we're making here. And, you know, the Yankees, they're trying to get in the playoffs. You know, they're getting a really, really good relief pitcher, 1.30 ERA so far this year in Will Smith. So, again, leveraging good pitching and to a contender who has a lot of prospects. And you could see it. They have Aaron Judge. They're going to have him for a couple more years before he ever does anything like falls off. They got Trent Grisham, Jason Dominguez, Pierre, Spitzer Jones. I mean, they're loaded at center field. So losing this guy is not going to make a difference. Whereas they're getting Will Smith, and then we're giving off a couple other guys. And we're getting Tommy Kaline, not really, basically just used to make sure that we hit the cap restraints so that we can get this trade done. So not somebody we're like, you're like, oh my gosh, he's so good, I can't wait for he's on our team. He's just basically the fill in the role. So definitely make it this trade gets even stronger. Love to see it. All right, let's see if we get any other trades. I'm liking this. Cubs, they beat us and they're like, hey, we'd like some of your players too. All right, what you gonna give us? Absolutely not. Not even gonna look at it. Absolutely not. Get out of here. Get out of here with your nonsense. All right, we got to sign these damn draft picks by August 1st. Oh, we got to hurry. We have like one more time to sign this guy. All right, we offered him $1 million. He didn't take it. 1.5? Okay. Ooh. Starting to get a little worried. I really was. All right, so we've signed every single player that we've drafted. So that's awesome. That's awesome. We did a good job there. Angels. Okay. Oh, same guys they offered earlier. I don't think I can, really. Arbitration. I mean, he doesn't come back next year. Do I just take the risk? I mean, sure. Why not? Nick Anderson's not coming back next year. Yeah. Sure. Why not? We'll take the risk. I think I would be getting a starting center fielder who's renewable next year. I want to think Drew Waters could be good, but he just hasn't showed it at the major league level. But I can't do this. He won't even be in my starter, will he? Oh yeah, I guess he would. Dude's pretty good. He hasn't given up a single run yet. 0 ERA. Oh, he gave up a run and lost. 0 ERA. Oh, it sucks, bro. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, man. That's just bad luck. Look at this guy too. It's also interdivision trade here. They're definitely interested. Interesting. I mean, it'd be dumb not to, right? I mean, I'm sure he's not a top prospect. He slings about 94 better. I don't know. I just feel like it's 65, 18 years old. 19, he'll be, what, 70, 68, 69. At 20, he'll be like 71. I mean, I'd take the risk. We've got all these young crop of center fielders underneath. Let's do it. Why not? Let's take the risk. Let's take the risk. Okay. Doing it. Making it happen, Captain. Boom. There it is. Add to our list. Today is a trade deadline. I feel like we are traded out. I feel like we traded the people we wanted to. We got some other prospects along the way, and I feel happy with that. I feel like we're good there. Moving into the to the next part. So we got an offer here at the end. Stratton and Canal, whatever it is, for a prospect third baseman, Ontario Anderson, not even on single A, I think. Basically, we're just looking to move money. And Stratton, we're not wanting to pay $4 million next year for him. Canal, whatever. Red Sox think that they somehow can make it to the playoffs. So, I mean, looking at they're not bad. They're not bad, but definitely a few years away from a playoff push. But they really needed relief pitching, and so we're gonna go ahead and give that to them and get something back in return. All right, that is gonna do it for this episode. In this episode, we went through and did the drafting. We did a bunch of trades there at the end for some prospects because obviously we are not making the playoffs this year. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the big thumbs up. Also feel free to hit the red subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of the Kansas City Royals dynasty rebuild. It is year one. Next episode, we're probably going to finish the year off and just kind of see where we finished. We're also going to play some player lock games with some of the prospects to see where they're stacking up going into next year. And so that'll be all one episode in the next one. So make sure you hit the red subscribe button so you don't miss that. Till next time, Slacker out.